those two NASCARs.
Yeah, the Tim Richmond got me my first award this past weekend.
Cool.
So that's the reason I brought that. Most of you guys have seen that one, but
Yeah,
thought
I
I'd
think
bring
you
it.
just filmed that Dale Earnhardt.
Yep, that's the latest one I just finished.
Nose guy.
Yep, it's funny. The NASCAR Model and Outlaws group, their banner thing this week was Bush car. And I just finished. I was like, "Well, dang! I got me a Bush car now." Only one I got, but yeah, it all worked out to be able to do that this week. But guess you can tell us about your models.
Me?
Yeah,
Guess goes first.
yeah.
These two Formula One cars are both Tamiya kits.
Okay.
This one here's I built this one about approximately 40 years ago, I'd say. And like I said, this was from the bottle of the prototype Alcad, and we did some testing with it to see how to make it shiny, because these things really, if you ever seen the real cars, they're not chrome. You know, this model kit comes with chrome here, and they're not really chrome; they're actually polished aluminum.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so the way you can make that duller is by putting a duller black underneath, like a flat black.
Yeah.
If you put really shiny black, it'll come out chrome. If you put dull black, it'll come out more polished aluminum like
That's
that.
good to know.
And, yeah. And so the shinier you can make the black, the better the chrome will come out.
Yeah.
And of course, I airbrush everything. And when you put this Hellcat on there, you want to put it on there one coat. Don't put two coats, because the more coats you put on, the duller it gets.
Yeah.
You want to put one coat, and you want to put it on with real light air. But this, like I say, this kit is approximately 40 years old,
Very cool.
and this is an original Revell GT40 that became later on as a Fujimi kit. But this is an original one. It's one of the first ever kits that came with the mesh in the back. And it's a there's no motor or nothing in it, but that's the Dan Gurney car. That this car here raced at the 12 hours a day of Sebring, and it raced and the engine blew up on the last lap of the race. And
I think I just saw a video or somebody talking about that recently.
yeah,
actually.
and this, of course, you know, the Gurney bubble on the top. And it blew up on the last lap of the race. And Dan Gurney got out of the car and was going to push it across the finish line. And as he was pushing it, one of the track officials came up and started helping him push it. So they disqualified him because the track official helped him push it. But it ran the whole entire race and was going to win the race. And it blew up on the last lap. And that's back in, 67?
Once his crew would come out, he still would have.
Anybody. He's the only one who could touch it.
Oh.
And this is I don't know. I've been around racing my entire life, and there's a bunch of officials that don't know that. This is Nigel Mansell's Formula F189 Ferrari.
That's very cool, man. I like that.
It's an older build.
Still looks good.
Yeah,
All three of them do.
yeah. I haven't been able to build a lot in the last few years because of, like I say, moving.
Oh, thanks for sharing them
But
with
these are this is mostly what I build. This
Your last show, I won one in the raffle. I got me an IndyCar on the show.
Jeff, you want to tell us about yours?
That is not my best effort, but is what it is. That's MPC's latest iteration of the 70 Super B. Those kits aren't really known for their detail, but I tried to do the best I could. Used embossing powder for carpet. I tried to do a white and black interior, but my masking abilities weren't very on par with what I wanted, so ended up all black. I did wire the engine, and because of you and your photo etch, I said, well, I'm going to use these wire looms on it. All right, so that wasn't too bad.
No, the wire looms aren't too bad.
It's mostly box stock, I'd say, other than the wired distributor, and I didn't like the kit wheels that came with it. I got those off of Etsy, 3D printed wheels and tires. First time I used the Tamiya rubber black on
That works good, doesn't it? Yeah,
love
can't beat it, man.
love it, man. It looks so good. It's the color. I tried to do Panther pink, but when I went to get my Panther pink out, the paint was it was toast. So that is Tamiya light red, which I thought looked pretty good, and it's got like 3 coats of Tamiya TS clear on it.
Cool. I was somebody told me that you can use the Spaz sticks clear over the Revell chrome. I just saw that on I know something I learned about the chrome, doing resin wheels and stuff. And something I don't know if anybody's tried it, but the tire paint, the Tamiya tire rubber.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you could take like some clear and put on the outside, wall to make it look like the tire's been shined. I was going to try that and see.
Like a gloss or a semi-gloss, I bet it would.
Yeah, I think it probably would, but
Yeah.
I almost tried it on my little Foose truck just to see, but I just
Because that stuff looks great.
I was a little unsure if it was going to make the black come off, But anyways, Russ, tell us about yours.
This is 84 Corvette. We had a club build for Corvettes one year, and I never really had Corvettes I'd like to build, but it was just different. So I did like two-tone. The kit was molded in yellow, so it's just clear coated on the yellow, and I put the black stripe on it just because no Corvette has black stripe on like that. Just to make it different. And you got the cherry bomb with the motorcycle and the trailer behind it. That's the second issue, because the first issues had green glass on the motor bubble and the interior. Anything after that had like smoke glass. This is, so I had all them little T's monogram made, but this is the monogram Little Deuce. I don't have the box, but I picked this up at a swap meet somewhere, and it's like, wow, that's a really neat one from my collection. Never had any of the deuces like that. So I kind of like that one. This was all them dirt track cars they made. This is that Oldsmobile, Olds 88. And a guy in our club in Wisconsin was always doing these damaged bodies. And he does everything like that. He does all this with foil work. He'll take foil, he'll cut the fender out of the door, wrap it in foil, slowly peel it off, put it back on the model, and then it said, and the more you handle it, the more you dent it, the better it looks. So I did like the fender, the door, quarter panel, something like that. I was just playing around with some of his technique just to try it out.
I want to try that.
And problem with some of these kits, some of the tires were all too wide. So I did on my lathe when I had it, took the tires and cut the tires. I had to cut the inner, and because the tires are two-part. You had the back with the big inner part. You had to trim all those down. So a friend of mine wanted a set, so I took his set and my set, and I tried them on and gave him the best of the four, and I kept the worst of the four. But so they gave them a little bit more narrow, and they stay under the fenders. And they said that's how they should have been. They should have been real sticking out. But I don't know, like 6 or 8 cars in that series. They never issued, I think, most of them. But that was my foray into that group. Going along with more of my Tom Dale stuff. Little red banner. The bad tire. Hey, loose tire.
That happened to me in my Ford Ranger one time.
Yeah. But these have been around for a long time. This is Tom Dale's first design kit. I have a piece of a copy of the blueprints or something he submitted for the patent office. I have a copy of those, which was kind of neat. To have one of the T-shirts has Red Baron on it too, because this is a really neat one. But I think I sat down one time. I got Red Barons and a big Red Baron, this Red Baron, a Hot Wheel one, an 18C. I got like 5 different sizes of Red Baron kits over the years. This was the Red Alert Chevelle, which I learned many years later is the wrong car. It was supposed to be a 70 Chevelle, what the Red Alert was. Because a friend had a couple of shows like, well, why did you build a 70 Chevelle? Well, that's what the car was supposed to be, right? And what came in the box. This is what came in the box. But I just wanted to make a stock one. And I found out when you built the thing that you can't put the hood on with the injectors on because they're too tall. So you had to cut your hood. And over the years, I'm like, man, I wish I wouldn't have cut that hood. And went to a swap meet. I did find a stock hood uncut, but somebody painted it orange. I'm trying to strip the orange off the white, and it like absorbed into the plastic. But I just like the Chevelle because that was a 72. I had a 71, I got a 70, 69. I don't have a 68 built yet. But that was what I built. I wish I would have kept the box art. Sorry, I always liked the look of that, red alert box art. This one I picked up from a guy's collection, our club that passed away, and it was one of those deals where somebody brought in all this stuff on the table, and they said, "Yeah, we're giving away Bob's stuff if anybody wants it." Well, when you're the third person in line, what can you reach? This is what I could reach for, so I grabbed this. So I can tell you, that's how I got it from a friend's collection thing. And I remember the movie, so hey, if I can get that Stoker race car, I'm gonna get it. So I was pushing people out of the way to try to get one thing out of this guy because he built phenomenal stuff. But the earlier stuff people didn't want because it wasn't as nice as his newer stuff. But I just wanted one from his collection, and I just kept going in there so I can get one. That's why I can. It's missing one headlight. And I don't know what era Ford T-Bird that is.
I've got a couple of
to say
built kits. I probably could rob the headlight cover off of it for you.
You can find out what year it might be.
Yeah.
This thing I think is a monogram kit.
Yeah, it is.
So it is, but I thought that was cool. Tried to find that movie online one time, and of course, anything you'll watch, you got to pay to view type stuff. That's the little ones here. Remember when Lindbergh made his little kits in a box? Well, this is one of them, 34 Ford pickup. That's one of the only ones I've left from all the ones I had. And went to a swap meet and was walking around. I found another one in blue. So, ooh, I know what that is. I'm going to grab that. So I think they can say in the bottom if you can bear to read them. Yep, the Lindbergh. Yep.
Wow.
Number 2, Ford pickup. Number 2, Ford pickup. But now I have two of them. I think this one has the original wheels and tires on it. This one over the years had lost stuff. He used to play with them, and I was thinking wheels would stick, and you'd slide the tires, and you had 4 flat tires. So I think this one's got 4. Right there's a skid mark right there. But that's been in the collection for a long time. I was really just funny when I found the second one here. I think I paid like $2 for it. But got 2 to 34 Ford pickup.
Neil said it's an 83 T-Bird, which, yeah, I knew it was early 80s anyway, so I probably got you a headlight cover for it, so. These yours, Jamie?
Those are mine.
Or is yours, Dale? Okay.
Yeah, they're both Lindbergh kits. Lindbergh gets a bad rap quite often, but those 2 kits are really nice.
Yeah.
I'm building the van right now.
I had very little problems with them.
37, 38.
The red is 37 Ford convertible custom. I like customs. The green one is 38 Ford van, custom van. Built straight out of the box. That's mostly what I do, is just out of the box. I just want to have fun. The paint is actually, the red one is Craft Paints from Walmart. The green one is acrylic, artist paint. Not much else to really say.
Good looking cars, Dale. I like them.
Candy apple green.
The gloss coats are pledge.
Man, that's all right.
Pledge for
They're
it.
good looking cars, man.
I'm a
I like 'em.
cheapskate.
What's wrong with it?
I love the top. I love this wood. Play it on the rag and go around it.
Just like you put on for real.
Yeah, just make it look like it's got tire shine on it. Yeah.
Take a Q-tip, dip it in there, and swirl around it and see how it works. I mean, it's acrylic.
Nice, Dale. Thanks for sharing them.
One other thing, the wheels on there, they were the bright chrome, so I gave them a light coat of Tamiya smoke, dulls it down, looks
Okay.
more realistic.
Yeah,
I love those wheels.
yeah.
Wheels are great.
Very nice.
I have the Testor's version, but it's the same kit. My screw, man, them screws in mine are like, I've never seen a screw so thick in my life. It's ones that.
Yeah, them Lindberghs are similar to like the what the heck?
Those are basically the same kit, just with different bodies on it.
Yeah,
They got a real nice chassis on them.
Yeah.
they do. That chassis is great.
It
It's
goes
a
together
tooth
nice.
chassis, yeah.
Tell us about yours.
Yeah, all three of mine are curbside kits. That's the 60, what was it, the 61 Galaxy they come out with last year, I believe. All Tamiya paint. I did chrome paint. It's not full work. The wheels and tires are out of the 71 Demon kit. The Chevelle is actually the Snap Chevelle with Pegasus wheels on it. And then the wagon, it's got Pegasus wheels. It was the AMT 4-door, and I sanded the trims off of it, did away with the rear doors, filled in the panels, and made a delivery out of it. It's got Pegasus wheels on it too.
Sweet, man. I like it. I like the color on that. Yeah. Very nice.
And I lowered the front suspension down.
That is-
Originally it was too high, and lowered it down. Back.
That's a great kit, man. I love that way. That's a Craftsman kit, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I like building stuff like that because you can go fast. There's not a lot of detail. And
Yeah.
I can actually finish.
Yeah.
Instead of piling them up like Russ was talking about. We got 2 or 3 in primer now.
Or like me working on one for a year.
Yeah, dude, you're going nuts on that.
Yeah, I am. To say the least. Keith, want to tell us about yours?
The green 69 Camaro, that's the Reveal. We had a club group build idea where everybody put a kit in a hat and then we drew it out and everybody in the club built that kit basically box stock as is. The Camaro was the draw kit, so that's for the competition. It's MCW paints, it's rally green, and then I stripped the chrome off the bumpers and paint matched the bumpers too. I found a car online that had been done like that and really liked the look of the green match bumpers. The RS, the rally stripes, the hockey stick stripes, and then just not a lot of detail in the interior, just the different colors and different tones, and just brings out a lot of the details in it. It's not really detailed, just instead of all black or all white, the two-tone and the different colors really draws your eyes to it.
I'm a big fan of green.
And then the wide body there is actually the same Reveal kit, and I bought it's a 3D printed wide body kit. They come with the front fenders, the back fenders, the side skirts, the nose piece, and then the tail balance in the back. And then the hood was a separate actual purchase piece, but it was made for the same style of car. And then the wheels and tires are in the kit, so I think it's Tester's Flaming Orange, and then the black is Tamiya Metallic Black. But I actually took the interior tub out of I think it was 2013 or 14 Camaro, and grafted it into the 69 interior tub. So it's got the updated dash and the updated seats, and it grafted in really nice, and the dash matched the same body line. So it really turned out nice, and it was a slot car leftover kit I bought from Jamie, and it's got to put the LS, the supercharged LS engine inside of it too. So kind of a modern, updated street rod look.
Yeah.
Just a box stock, and then this is
Something different. I like it.
So
It's cool, man.
That is way cool.
Very. Dave?
So to me, a VW Beetle built out of box. Our Greensboro Club, the main contest was foreign car. That's what I did. Wired the engine up. I never could figure out how to get the engine to work. Couldn't get the engine lid to set on, so I just glued it everything to it.
It's one way to fix it, right?
I had that problem with their Reveal kit. I mean,
It's a really crappy hinge.
they are. So mine is like half open.
It's fun, dude.
Looks good.
We've talked about doing a theme build for like a monthly thing. Doing a group build is something, all of us build the same kit. That's so many variations.
I actually built that on the colors that my first boat was. I drove that back to Fulton, Dawson, and Captain.
Wow.
A year and a half.
Got good gas mileage.
Got real good gas. We couldn't go fast enough to get in too much trouble because we You're usually either drunk or hungover going back to place. Safe ride.
Yeah. All right. I guess I'll tell you guys about mine. Just finished this Dale Earnhardt car. It's 1989 Lowe's Foods car that he drove in the Busch Series. From the decal sheet, it had a couple of different number variations. It had 2 different 3s that you could put on it, and it also had number 87 for Jimmy Spencer. So apparently Dale Earnhardt and Jimmy Spencer both drove that car some that year. But I built it pretty much box stock. The only thing I did was I put some 3D printed wheels on it from Jay's Model Garage. It's, to me, a TS43 for the green, and it is TS26 pure white for the white. Then the wheels I painted all clad pale gold.
Dude, I love them wheels, man.
Yeah, the pale gold really looks good on the wheels, man. It's, I think it's the second or third time I've painted a set of wheels with that color gold, and I think it's perfect for the race car wheels, anyways. But yeah, it turned out good. I like the car. Like I said, it's nothing special, just box stock. I've had the decals for a while and just wanted to build the car and something on the shelf. So, next car is my Tim Richmond car. I just took to show this past weekend and got 3rd place. So thought I'd bring it with me and share it with you guys tonight. It's got a bunch of 3D printed parts on it from Jay's Model Garage. Steering wheel, steering shaft, a grill, the dash plate, let's see, radiator hose, the fittings, bunch of stuff done to it. The window net and the seat actually come from Jim Rogers with Salvino's. I added some roll bar padding, wired the distributor. Decals came from they're from Mike's Decals, Power Slides. The paint is TS8 Italian Red is the paint for that car. I actually used the box wheels and cut the holes out on them too. So that was before I knew anything about 3D printing wheels. I actually painted it with all rattle can paint and clear. I wasn't doing any kind of airbrushing then, so, but yeah, that car got 3rd place this weekend, so I was pretty happy about that. Then my next one is just a little Foose truck, built at box stock, and it's actually the same color as the Tim Richmond car. I think I used a little bit darker gray primer on the Tim Richmond car, so it's just a little bit darker, but it's actually the same color paint the truck and the car is, but just completely box stock on the truck. It was the first Foose truck that I built, and they're just really good little kits, man. They go together so well, and so many different little things you can do with them, so that's it, man. Nice models tonight, guys.
That Foose paint there, I get that truck's like B, but those Air Fords and 53 to 6. If I take every one of those bodies and put on that chassis, there's one for all 4 years.
All right, guys, remember our meeting is the first Monday of every month here at the Sedge Garden Recreation Center in Winston-Salem. Feel free to come and join us anytime. Thanks for watching.